All right, here we are back at it. Just like I said this morning, she on the trailer, baby girl right here. Sitting spot, working spot. It's like a Volvo junkyard around here. Motors, transmissions, differentials, front ends, heater boxes, Volvos. I love this. Gonna pull this back out. Gonna put the transmission on and then stick it back in. As I don't have enough room under here. Oops. Oh well. Got my coffee. Let's do this. Gotta go back out now. Probably be easier with both hands. Got baby girl reading me some stories. Just trying to get this beast in. That's a whole lot. I ran into a couple of issues. It's okay. I didn't hammer that enough. So I went on ahead, busted out the big boy. Sorry about your ears, headphone users. Then this was stupid. It only extended out to this scratch right here. So I had to drill a hole here in that one to extend it out just so much more. And so that's going to help really stab it inside into it because it's a tight squeeze. It's covered it up real quick. We got some other tools. We got a drill bit, yada, yada, yada. You know, we're making it happen. 2 hours later, it's finally in. The motor is back in. You can see the transmission kind of down there. So here, I'll just show it to you like this. Because I got that Giffen's motor mount and Giffen's cross member, and it's bad. Look at that thing. I'm gonna stop for today. I'm hot. I'm going hard at it. But I said I'd have the trans in this weekend, and my transmission is in this weekend. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right, so I thought it was even cooler. I did all that hammering to get all that out of the way. And there's so much room in here now, still with this motor, that I can get my hands on the back of the transmission. Huh. Pretty proud of myself. Oh, that's the bell housing. Stoked. So I decided to change from the Corvette power steering and alternator bracket to take the idler pulley off, and I'll relocate it here to this hole, which will bolt into the head. And then I'm going to cut off here, this ear, and that is going to give me the clearance I need for the throttle body to come through. So now I don't have to buy myself a $350 power steering pump for a Corvette. All I need to do is get a new truck alternator, and I have a working power steering pump already. So in the long run, cutting this off and buying a new alternator is cheaper than finding a power steering pump for a Corvette. So, all right, so I got it cut off. A little piece went here. I don't know. I don't think I'll have to take that off. Might be some support for this. Put it on in a sec. Okay, so I got it on there. Looks pretty nasty, but I'll end up changing the pulley, the crank pulley, because you can see it doesn't line up. And then here's the alternator, and I'll run my pulley here with a longer bolt. And then I have my steam tube, and that fits pretty neat, pretty well. It's got like a hose fitting a bit of room. So the only issue, I think, is I think the alternator sits too high. Let's try closing the hood. Wah, wah, wah. I guess I could have saved myself a lot of time and not cut that off and just tested it first.
I don't know. Maybe you should, well.
So now I siliconed my knock sensors so no water gets in there. You see I have my heads open now because I'm going to put my intake on. Oh, and I'm changing the hood. I'm going to use my other hood so that I can cut that up to fit the alternator. I don't want to cut my flat hood. It's got crappy paint, but it's too good, too nice. So that hood is getting chopped up. Since it's already chopped up and got a hole in it. Score. Right on. So I got it all mounted up. Everything's on. Looks good. Except for one little freaking issue. There's always an issue somewhere. See that? See that flipping little issue? Oh yeah, that doesn't work. So I guess I have to use my Corvette pump. Damn. Oh well, looks pretty good. Just tired. I swapped the hoods. So my old flat hood is right here, right there. It's kind of a pain to get off. And I got the new one on. I like that it's teal. Looks cool. Got the new one on. I went on ahead and cut my hole. I cut it a little bit bigger than I really needed to. But hey, look at that. Clearance. Clears it just fine. See, all I needed to cut was for just right there and that little notch. It bumped. Just could have made a small one, but I thought, you know what? Why not be extra safe? And then I also wanted it to look cool. Wanted it to look okay. And I got that gas tank lid from a different car years ago, and it kind of matches. So I'm gonna put a scoop over that because air vents are cool. And I don't know if it's just because of different years of cars, but man, look at that gap. I could put my windshield washer sprayers under the hood. Ooh, or I could do some sick gauges coming out. Have them popping out there. That'd be cool. So I pulled the water pump off because I wanted to test something. Because if you remember yesterday, I had the issue where I could not open the throttle body, but now I can. And you're probably like, what'd you do? What'd you do, man? Pretty simple. I cut that off. Yeah. It was in the way of the water neck, and now it's not. Not in the way. Boom, 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 boom! That's what's going to be doing soon. I'm so excited. And because I have probably squished these a couple of times, I'm just going to kick these off to the side and save them for a rainy day. I know I never used them, but I did torque this down a couple of times. I did torque down that water pump a couple of times. So it'll be okay. I have these ones to replace them. And then I have a new throttle body gasket too. Super stoked. super duper stoked. It's coming along. What up, everybody? So Harlow and I woke up early this morning. We went and got breakfast, and I came back out here to the car. I got belt for it. We went and got a belt for it. So I'm gonna pop that on and hope all works out. Wish me luck. Okay, so I got most of it wrapped around. Well, that was easy. Neat. Well, I had to do some a little bit more clearancing here on the pipe because it was rubbing. I took my grinder though and smoothed out the throttle body side because I noticed there was some burrs on it that were hanging up. So now it's a really smooth. You hear it click and back. Wide open throttle, closed. Wide open, closed. And then over here, I had some more clearance issues for this hose coming around that goes around to back there. It was gonna hit this part of the alternator bracket, so I cut that off. And then I made some more room in here for this hose, for the hose coming out for the steam tube. There's a lot tighter of a squeeze in there. So yeah, I mean, you could see these are pretty close, but that's all right. It's just a hose. The flow has to come out and then back to the reservoir, so it'll be okay. I am very happy with this. Oh, I do need to move this back a little. You can see how there's just that much unevenness. Cool. All right, back to work. It's windy out. It's all right. Hopefully you can hear me though. Pop the headlights in. I got all of this mounted up nice and tight. Surprised I have all of these still. Any Volvo 240 guy knows no one ever has all of them. But anyways, there's those headlights. They're gonna look super cool when they light up. So the Ring has a daytime running light, and then it also has a blinker light in it. So I gotta hook those up to the blinkers and find a switch for daytime running light. Sweet. Went to get the radiator in. Sit in there. Sit. Right here. So right here.
Well, that doesn't work.
I have to figure something else out. Maybe a push fan. What do you guys know about that? Anybody know about a pushing fan and cooling? That's good. Maybe I can. I don't know. Push fan might be the. Oh. Where's the Sawzall? I could make this fit. Easily. Just cut this off. Tilt it back a smidgen. Lose this. Cut that off. Then it would lean just enough. Ooh, I have another one of these. I could cut the other one. I don't really want to cut any of the original body. I don't know. I don't know. Radiator, you stay there. I'll deal with you another day. But to fix these brake lines that are torn. Onward to that. I did just get over myself. I just put an LS in this. It's not going back to anything. I'm just going to cut this. I took it all apart. I walked all the way to the back, got the other piece, and was like, wait a minute. I'm putting an LS in this. There's already an LS in this. Just cut the piece and make it fit. Stupid. The hood, I didn't want to cut the other hood. But this, screw it. See you later. We're cutting it. It's chopping time. This idea. Chop the fan a little. Up here. And down in here a little. And flip the fan on the inside of the radiator. So I figured it out. A friend of mine, a buddy of mine, informed me that another mutual friend of ours, Volvo Tech Shane, I appreciate you for telling Get Low like Lenny, the fan shroud. So instead of it being out here, it's on the inside. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Shane, for sharing your amazing ideas. I definitely appreciate you.
It's gonna be messy.
right in the eyes. Right on. It's been a couple of days. It's been raining a lot. It's my birthday too the other day, so I took a break. But I got the fan in there this morning. Did a lot of cutting and modifying to make it fit. And it fits. So hopefully it fits here. But hopefully it fits in the engine bay. So that's the next step. I'm going to screw this down, get the little screws in there, and then try it out. Be right back. I made it fit. I don't know how much this is actually going to move. Oh, wait, hey, look. That. Oh, yeah, look at that. I just made more clearance. I didn't know that pops off. That did add some more room. It's where the fan would attach to this. So, I think I'm good. I think I'm good, eh? What do you all think? Think that's good? It's in there tight. I need a new rubber here. And so that'll hold it down better. But here it's tight. I think that'll work pretty good. Coming along. Sweet. Alrighty. How are you all doing today? So, last night my Instagram didn't work very well and it freaked out and didn't allow me to share the rest of my post. It's alright. I kept recording. I kept going at least. So I got my brake lines in. These are the two that I replaced. Going all the way back to the passenger side. All the way over to the passenger side. I used this as my donor for my lines. And I pulled them all off from here and they went around to that caliper. I'm going to keep these calipers. I know that for sure. Backups are always good to have. So here's my new lines. See, I had to get rid of those clips here. I don't know, maybe a zip tie. I'll figure something out to hold that down. Hold that on. But yeah, all the way over. And the lines go up to right there. Yep, go me. Now, rotors. For front and for the rear. Rotors and pads. Brake fluid. Start doing interior stuff. Ooh, I need to vacuum this out. Quite dirty. 940 seats. Some good stuff. I can't wait to drive this. Smells like my old car still. So I was really anxious about getting the V for the Volvo on here. I don't know why. I was really excited about it. So I made like brackets, kind of. I don't know. Just tried a couple of things. I welded some screws on. Did some terrible welds. It was windy, what can I say? Oops. And found these pieces of metal with holes already in them, so I saved myself from drilling and just cut them off. And I think it looks freaking dope. I can remove it and move it around if I like. So I can try all different sides on the grill. But I think it looks really good right there. I don't know. I'm not settled yet. But anyways, moving on. What's up, everybody? I got a bunch of stuff done so far. I got my manifolds on. I welded up the V-bands. I got my MSD coils installed. You can see I really had to make this work. So let me show you on the passenger side first. On the passenger side, they typically mount like this. Just right up there like that. See how it goes kind of high up on the cover? So I couldn't do that over here. I couldn't mount the holes where they go here because this one specifically went right into where the fuel rail port was. So I'll be able to get a hose in there now. It'll be tight, but it'll fit. But when I did that, it dropped this coil down right into the brake booster. So that didn't work. So I just cut it off and added it on and put it back. Got my wires in there. Manifolds on. V-bands. It's gonna work. Do the brakes soon. Some other fitment issues.